students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Metal working capabilities.
This game will feature the Middle East and Middle West All-Stars. We'll begin with our introductions of the Middle East team first, beginning with, and the coach also will be taking the field with them. The pitcher, Brock Flanagan from Iowa. Also, we have pitcher Caleb Looper from North Rock Creek, Coach Keaton Hernandez. Pitcher David Pickup from Salina, Coach Matt Simmons. Catcher Mason Pickering from Hilldale, Coach Nathan Frisbee. Jared House from Silo, Coach Eddie Jeffco. First baseman Logan McGuire from Sperry, Coach Denton. Outfielder Landon Langley from Silo, head coach Eddie Jeffco. Outfielder J.D. Dugan from Ada, Coach Shane Coker. DH Wyatt Heisler from Cushing, Coach Bryce Scott. And utility player Luke Beeler from Holland Hall, Coach Ty Gunter. And coaches for your All-State Middle East, DJ Geist from Spyro, and Kevin Wilkett from Stigler. And introducing the Middle West lineup, pitcher Charlie Toling from Bethany, Coach Robert Lee. Pitcher Jackson Hurd from Blanchard, Coach Josh Rainey. Pitcher Blaine Harris from Marlow, Coach John Morgan. Catcher Sin Gregory from OCS, Coach Romas Cesar. Catcher Campbell Gasper from Alba, Coach Scott Ball. First baseman Jackson Shanuel from Newcastle, Coach Jared King. Infielder Colin Church from Elk City. Coach Jay McClure. Infielder Leighton Bryan from Chickasha. Coach Kevin Jenkins. Infielder Spencer Schwant from OCS. Coach Romas Senzo. Outfielder Easton Green from Tuttle. Coach Brett Draper. Outfielder Bryson Carter from Blanchard. Coach Josh Rain. Outfielder Camden Pasher from Weatherford. Coach Corey Miller. DH Ryder Cameron from Lone Grove. Coach Tyler Pybus. And utility player Trevor Hawes from Chisholm. Coach Riley Thompson. Coaches for the Middle West are Luke Yost from Jones and Romas Cesar from OCS. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you please,
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Why be a Ranger?
Good afternoon and welcome back to David Allen Memorial Ballpark in beautiful downtown Enid, Oklahoma. It's the Oklahoma Baseball Coaches Association All-State Games, game number 3 of 3 coming up, and we're trying to get it in before the weather as the middle-sized schools from the east will take on the middle-sized schools from the west. Tom Nelson joined by Zach Friesen, and Zach, you've been here for the first 2 ball games, and so 5-2 in the small school game number 3.
Yeah, should be a good game. We've got some good baseball so far. Unfortunately, middle game kind of got had some delays in it due to the weather. Hopefully, we can get this one going here quickly and not suffer any stoppages. But it's been good baseball so far.
Sounds like we're going to shorten this third game to 5 innings, try to get it in before the weather and get everybody home in time to watch the Thunder tonight in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. But the East team will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. The West team, the home on the side of the scoreboard. Let's go ahead and take the starting lineup for the Middle East. Leading off is the catcher, Mason Pickering. Batting second is the second baseman, Wyatt DeLong. Batting third, the third baseman, Cole Leach. And batting cleanup is the first baseman, Logan McGuire. The shortstop, Micah Richards, bats in the 5 position. He's the shortstop. The DH, Wyatt Heisler, batting sixth. Luke Beeler, the utility player, batting 7th. Jared House, the catcher, batting 8th. Bronson Brewer in center field, batting 9th. And we got a couple of extra hitters as well. It is an all-star game. J.T. Dugan in left field will bat 10th. And the right fielder, Landon Langley, will bat in the 11th spot. And they'll be going against pitcher Jackson Hurd for the West, who's warming up right now. And Jackson Hurd is 6'2". He's 185 pounds. And he's on his way to Rose State, and he hails from Blanchard, the state champions in Class 4A this year. But nice looking right-hander as he takes his warm-up pitches.
Interesting looking glove he's sporting too.
Like that color scheme on that glove.
Might be a decent way to distract hitters, maybe.
Jackson Hurd, his record this year, 9 wins and no losses, 60 innings pitched. He gave up, struck out 87 and walked 13 with an earned run average of 0.93. So very impressive. And he'll face Mason Pickering to lead off the top of the first inning here. First pitch is fouled off, and the count is 0-1. Mason Pickering from Hilldale, coached by Nathan Frisbee. Pickering 5'11", 175 on his way to play at Austin P. And he jacks one to right center field. This could be trouble. Nope, it's going to be run down by the center fielder out there. Just tracked down by Carter out in center field.
We've seen fly balls out there to center and right center get a bit hung up in the wind. It looks like it shifted a little bit. Now it's blowing in from the left field side, so maybe that one made it drift a little bit. But overall, a nice play.
Yeah, Brayson Carter with the play out there in center field, and that'll bring up Wyatt DeLong, the second baseman. Wyatt from Cushing Tiger. And the count is 1-0 to him. Bouncer up the middle. There's our first base into the ball game. DeLong will find his way to first base with the single.
Two batters in, both making decent contact. So it looks like they're seeing the ball pretty well so far. It should be interesting to see if they can keep it up here throughout the inning. Maybe string something together.
DeLong was the Class 4A District 5 Offensive Player of the Year, so he shows us why with the base hit up the middle, which will bring up Cole Leach, the third baseman, standing in from the left side. And Cole Leach, he's going to play at OU. He's going to Oklahoma to play baseball down there. So Big 12 talent here. Batted over 500 his junior year, had a similar year this year. And when he gets a hold of one, he can hit it a long way. There's a stolen base for DeLong as he took off towards second. He'll come in safely, so a runner in scoring position. One of these new numbers in baseball that I'm still learning to use, the exit velo, 106.1 miles an hour. As he can hit the ball that hard. Been hearing a lot about this week with Jack Caglione for the Royals, with the new phenom for the Royals, who had 4 hits today, 4 for 4 this afternoon for the Royals, talking about his exit velo.
Is he wearing work gloves? He is. They're like hay-baling.
Looks like he's wearing work gloves. It does. He's going to work on this Sunday afternoon. The count is 2-1. That stays high, and the count goes to 3-1. So Cole Leach from Hilldale ahead of the count 3-1. And he hits a sky-high pop foul that'll get out of play. Watch out. Lands right down there in a gaggle of fans right behind the screen. Yeah, Cole Leach, he's a specimen, 6'5", 220. He's a big kid. That's a 300-foot wall, that short porch in right field. He's salivating. Here's the 3-2. That's inside, ball 4. And you can tell he's going, this is a 5-inning all-star game, and I just wasted an at-bat by drawing a walk.
Something Todd and I were having discussions about earlier. You're here, you want to take some cuts and get money's worth. Like you said, you could see the disappointment on his face. He didn't get to take another crack at it.
So here comes Logan McGuire. Logan McGuire from Sperry. 6 foot tall, 190 pounds. Batted .587 his senior year, and he bounces into a 4-4-3 double play to end the inning. So a couple of base runners, but the Middle East could do nothing with it. So in the top of the first inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After half an inning, no score. The West is coming up. We're back after this at the OBCA All-State Games on Scortle.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's more.
Now, no runs for the Middle East in the top of the first inning. The starting lineup for the Middle West squad here. Brayson Carter, the center fielder, leads off. Easton Green at left field bats second. The first baseman is Jackson Shaniel. He is playing first base, batting third. Ryder Cameron, the DH, bats fourth. Colin Church, the third baseman, batting fifth. Spencer Swant, the second baseman, batting sixth. Leighton Bryan, the shortstop, batting seventh. Sam Gregory at catcher, batting eighth. Campbell Gesfer, the extra hitter, and then Camden Pashler is the number 10 hitter in the order. As we said, it is an all-star game. He's playing in right field. On the mound to start this one for the Middle East should be Brock Flanagan. Yes, it is. And Brock Flanagan is from Inola, coached by Kerry Hallman. 6'3", 165. He was the pitcher of the year in Class 4A District 6, and he's on his way to Connors State. So we'll see him in Region 2 next year. Of course, here in Enid with NOC Enid, we see those teams come through this ballpark. This is where NOC Enid plays their home games, here at David Allen Memorial Ballpark in downtown Enid.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for West.
So leading off for the West,
Brayson Carter.
Brayson Carter. Brayson Carter, 5'9", 170. He's going to play football at Emporia State. And the first pitch to him is sprayed foul down the right side, out of play. Brayson Carter from Blanchard. He's got a championship ring after this spring season. They knocked off Tuttle 9-8 in the Class 4A state championship game after getting beat the last 2 years in the championship game in 23 and 24 and winning it in 22. So this is a team, this Blanchard program, well, he's been in the state championship game for all 4 years of high school, and they've won it twice. Here's the 1-1. Nice breaking pitch in there for a strike, and they count 1-2. One, two on the rock and the fire. Jackson Hurd, or take it back, Brock Flanagan. Stays high, the count evens at 2 apiece. I've got about 4 different sheets I'm looking at here as stat sheets, score sheets, roster cards. It's like herding cats at an all-star game. Count is 3-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. We are going to play 5 innings because of the weather here. Normally it would be 7. We're going to go 5. The previous game, the first one went the distance, right? 7 innings in the first game with 5 in the second. Yep. Count stays full 3-2 to Brayson Carter. Easton Green will come up next. Easton from Tuttle. Tuttle lost to Blanchard in the state championship game. Skied high to right field, foul territory over there and out of play.
Yeah, that wind's really starting to pick up, blowing out of the left field side. You can tell that one had an effect on it.
Yeah, Langley out there at right took a look at it, but quickly realized he did not have a play. So the count remains full. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first inning. Checked his swing. Nope, it's ball 4. So a leadoff base runner. And Brayson Carter. Here's Easton Green.
Easton Green.
As I said, he's from Tuttle. And the first pitch from Flanagan is hit high to right field and foul. I lost it.
Saw it for a minute. I think that's the same case for everybody. They saw it for a second, and it was Good luck.
Easton Green is on his way to play at Cowley College up in Ark City, Kansas, a great junior college program. A lot of kids playing today are going to continue their careers at Cowley, just across the state line, north of Newkirk. Count is 0-2 to Green. He had 6 runs batted in the state championship game. In the game they lost to Blanchard 9-8. That pitch stays outside. The count is 1-2. Six foot tall, 176 pounds. 1-2 pitch, low and outside. We're even at 2. Jackson Shaniel will bat next. Two-two pitch, runner goes, and it's popped up high on the left side of the infield. The shortstop, Richards, will make the play for the first out of the inning. So now it's Jackson Shaniel from Newcastle.
First baseman, number 5.
Easy for me to
Jackson
say.
Shaniel.
On his way to play in the Jayhawk League, a Jayhawk Conference up in Kansas, going to Hutchinson Community College, 6'4", 230. Batted .482, 16 homers, and 59 RBI his senior year. That is not bad at all. Breaking pitch misses, and the count 1-0. And he was the Class 4A District 3 Offensive Player of the Year. With those kind of numbers, that's what you would expect. 1-0. Just misses outside the fastball, and the count goes to 2-0. Brayson Carter over at first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. The East double play had a couple of base runners in the top of the first inning, but a double play erased them. There's a base hit to right. Solid base hit to right field for Shaniel. So Carter will advance to second. First and second, 1 out. That'll bring up Ryder Cameron.
Now batting
Ryder
the
Cameron.
DH, number 2, Ryder Cameron.
6'3", 205 pounds from Lone Grove High School. Made it to the state tournament, but lost to the state champions in the quarterfinals, lost to Washington 4-0. That slider will miss. The count 1-0 to Ryder Cameron. So both teams have had a little something in their first innings. The double play ended the East threat in the top of the first. Let's see what the West can do here in the bottom of the inning. Count goes to 2-0.
One thing the West has done so far, they've done a good job of working the count with Flanagan, getting deeper into counts. The only at-bat that didn't go at least 5 pitches was the last one, which ended up with a base hit on a 2-0 count, taking advantage of a mistake. So doing a good job working the count.
Each team has 3 pitchers. They were scheduled to go 3 innings, 2-2, but that was when the game was supposed to be 7 innings. So they will shorten that rotation up a little bit. We're going to play a 5-inning game to get it in before the weather. So the count 2-0 to Ryder Cameron. He's the DH. That's in the strike zone at 86. And the count goes to 2-1. Colin Church in the on-deck circle. Two balls and a strike. Runners at first and second. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Nicely done. 75 on the gun. And the count evens at 2 apiece. Ryder Cameron, coached by Tyler Pybus at Lone Grove. And I like how during the pregame ceremonies they honor the players and their head coach. This is the Coaches Association All-Star Game, so you would expect that. And it's a well-deserved honor. Because there's a reason why these players are here, and a lot of it has to do with their coaches. The moms and dads are in the stands as well. So the count is full. Here's the pitch from the right hander. There's a base hit to right going the other way. They're going to send the runner around third. Here comes the throw home. It's cut off, and the West will go on top 1-0. It's a single and an RBI for Ryder Cameron.
I have to wonder if maybe this that was an example of guys unfamiliar with playing with one another as far as that ball getting cut off. Looked like it was going to be a pretty good throw. Have to wonder if maybe the catcher wasn't expecting that one to get cut.
Number 5, Colin Church.
Here's Colin Church from Elk City. 6 foot tall, 215 pounds. 500 batting average this season, 3 homers and 33 driven in. Had 11 doubles and 3 triples. During his career at Elk City, played in the state tournament 3 times. That ain't bad, 3 out of 4 years. 1-0 pitch, bouncer, foul, and a nice play. Made in the third base coach's box. I think that's Luke Yost over it from Jones who made that nice play. Head coach at Jones. Count is even at 1 apiece. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Spencer Swant will bat next. So 1 run in here in the bottom of the first inning. There's a bouncer. That could be a double play ball. To second for 1, back to first. Safe. It wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2. The shortstop, Richards, had to wait on it, and a run will come in from third base as Shaniel will score to make it 2-0. So it's a fielder's choice.
Brings up second baseman number 9, Spencer Schwant.
And here is Spencer Swant. Spencer's from OCS. And he gets to play for his coach one more time here this afternoon, Ramos Cesar. Fouled out of play. Spencer, 5'10", 180 pounds. He's going to play right here next year. He'll play his home games here in David Allen Ballpark. He's going to NOC Enid. Pretty good career, over 150 career hits in his high school career. And he's down in the count 0-2. Brock Flanagan trying to work out of this. He's given up a couple of runs on 3 hits. Actually, 2 hits, excuse me. I think they put up on the scoreboard a hit on that fielder's choice. Count is 1-2 to Spencer Swant. Here's the pitch. Stays high, and the count evens at 2 apiece. So the runner at first and 2 outs. If Swant can keep the inning going late, Leighton Bryan will bat next. West jumping on him early here, a couple of early runs. Took something off of that pitch. It's inside. Snap throw down to first base, the runner back, and the count goes full 3-2. Three-two pitch, runner goes, swinging a miss, and that'll end the inning. So Swant will go down swinging, but a couple of runs for the Middle West. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 1 inning, the West leads the East 2-0 at the OBCA All-State Games on Squirtle.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access. Whether you're at home or on the go, Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Enabling loop.
Top of the second inning, the West leads the East in our middle-sized schools all-state games. Class 3A and 4A schools represented here. And for the Middle East in the top of the second inning, it will be Micah Richards, Wyatt Heisler, and Lake Beeler. And they'll be trying to hit against Jackson Hurd, beginning his second inning of work. And the first pitch.
Now then, shortstop number 13,
Micah Richards from Salina High School, coached by Matt Simmons. He was the MVP of his district, and he bounces one up the middle, played by the second baseman. The throw not in time as Schwant bounced it in there. That'll be an infield hit. That was a tough play to make. And Richards will be at first base, and here comes Wyatt Heisler.
Next up, DH number 22, Wyatt Heisler.
So Heisler will step in from Cushing. Right-hander's pitch, swing and a miss. The chains up, and the count's 0-1. Wyatt Heisler, MVP of Class 4A District 5, 5'7", 180 pounds. And his favorite player he ever played with is his teammate, Wyatt DeLong, who's also on this team. So he's getting a chance to play with him one more time. Count evens at 1 apiece. That's always cool to get a chance to play with your teammates and your coaches in an all-star game. Count is 1-1. Fouled back into the screen, and Heisler down to the count 1-2.
Had an instance like that earlier in the day whenever we had the large school for the West Side. They had Edmond Memorial had two kids right back-to-back in the lineup, and both had a hand in getting them the win.
Jackson Hurd's pitch bounces in there, gets to the screen. The runner will move to second on the wild pitch. Jackson Hurd will play at the next level, starting here in a couple of months at Rose State College, Oklahoma City. Count is 2-2 to Heisler. So glad to have you with us on Scortal this afternoon. 3 ball games, a truncated schedule, meaning that the first game went the distance 7 innings, but because of weather, the second game was a 5-inning affair. This will be a 5-inning affair. We want to get us out of here before the storms come rolling in. They kind of skirted us to the north, had a bit of a delay in our second game, the small school game. 3-2 pitch, he took strike 3. Heisler takes a look at it for the first out of the inning, which will bring up Lake Beeler, the utility player in the roster.
East, number 29.
Or it's Luke Beeler from Holland Hall. So Luke, he's going to be a shocker. He's going to Wichita State, D1 player. Takes a strike on the first pitch. The count's 0-1. He's 6'1", 210 pounds. He likes to listen to good country music before every baseball game. I wonder what he considers good country music. And he hits one high to left field. Camping under it is Green out there to make the play, and there's 2 outs. So Easton Green with the catch.
2 outs, brings to the plate the catcher, number 15, Jarrett House.
Bring up Jarrett House. Jarrett House from Silo. Boy, I tell you what, that's a heck of a baseball program. And he drives one to left center field, and that'll be chased down by the center fielder, Carter. Grayson Carter will make the play. And that will take care of the Middle East in the top of the second inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one left on base. Bottom of second coming up. The West leads the East 2-0, and you're watching the OBCA All-Star Games on Squirtle.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business. We are restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fund?
Tom Nelson, Zach Friesen with you from David Allen Memorial Ballpark in Enid for the OBCA All-State Games and the middle-sized schools matchup here. The West leads the East 2-0. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the West. The East, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Bottom of the second, we're going to go 5 innings, this shortened up game because of the impending weather and the weather that just missed us a couple hours ago. And in the bottom of the second inning for the Middle West, leading off is Leighton Bryan, the shortstop.
Correction, this is the shortstop.
As beginning his second full inning of work is Brock Flanagan, the pitcher. Leighton Bryan going to Cowley up in Kansas to play at the next level. He's 6'1", 180 pounds. He hails from Chickasha. He's ahead of the count 2-0. Taken for a strike, 2-1. If you look at that that pitcher, Brock Flanagan. He just throws so easy and gets it up there at 85. Took something off of that one. It's bounced over toward the dugout, and the count evens at 2 apiece. Sam Gregory will bat next. Here's the 2-2. Base hit up the middle. Third hit given up by Jackson Hurd.
The catcher, number 14.
Take it back, Flanagan, excuse me. Getting my pitchers mixed up.
Another instance of the West team getting a lot, working a count, working the AB deep, and then getting some good contact there. They've done that a lot so far against Flanagan so far.
Here's Sam Gregory. Sam Gregory from OCS. The count 0-1. He's going to play at Oklahoma Christian. Count evens 1 apiece. He's 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. He was the defensive player of the year in Class 4A District 3. Most of these guys have committed to play at the next level somewhere. There still are a few that are uncommitted or not planning on playing baseball. There's some great baseball talent in this state, though, Zach, I tell you
Absolutely.
what.
Like you mentioned, not just at the four-year college, but the JUCO level as well.
Yeah.
You've mentioned there's been so many players mentioned so far today going to Cowley County, places like that. There's just so many good opportunities and so many good players to choose from in the state. And as far as locations in nearby states.
Exactly right.
Clarify there.
Here's the 2-2. Bounced it in there. We go full 3-2. Campbell Gansford will bat next. Leighton Bryan led off the inning with a single. He's over at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. The West on top 2-0. There's ball 4. So a couple of base runners here to lead off the bottom of the second inning. And here's Campbell Gaspard.
Next to bat, number 12, Campbell Gaspard.
Campbell from Alva, the Gold Bug. Stands in from the right side. And he's going to stay home and play at Northwestern in Alva. He'll take a strike and the count's 0-1. He's 6 foot tall, 160 pounds. 0-1 pitch, fouled off at the plate. And he's down in the count 0-2. And Brock Flanagan needs a strikeout. Brock Flanagan was the pitcher of the year in his district, Class 4A District 6. Tall, rangy kid, 6'3", 165. Looks back to the runner at second and throws it low and outside in the count 1-2. I'm guessing this will be his last inning. He was originally scheduled to probably pitch 3, but they've shortened it to 5 innings, so we will see Caleb Looper next after Flanagan. Here's the 1-2. Takes strike 3. There's your first out. Much needed.
Like you mentioned, big strikeout there for Flanagan. Could really use either that or a ground ball just to try and work his way out of this jam that he's in right now. That's a good starting point.
Here's Camden Pasher from Weatherford, coached by Corey Miller. He's going to stay home and go to SWAZU. So Gaspard staying at home to go to Northwestern, and Pasher staying at home to go to Southwestern. And we will go back to the top of the order after this, I think.
Never can be too sure.
Exactly right. In this all-star game, you'll see later on, you'll see everybody getting a chance to hit in this game at some point. And one thing we'll also tell you, we'll most likely go the full 5. Even if the West team is leading in the bottom of the 5th inning, we'll play that bottom of the 5th because they want to get everybody their time. Two-0 pitch, check swing, and a strike. Pasher also a left-handed pitcher as well. He's playing right field today. That's just it. A lot of these guys are both good hitters and good pitchers. Fouled back and out of play. Count evens at 2 apiece.
It's like you mentioned, a lot of good competition going on in these games, and with these schools, like you mentioned, a lot of these guys play both ways. They contribute both at the plate and on the mound. It's just so well-rounded in a lot of these teams' game.
Two balls and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. One out here in the bottom of the second. The West threatening again. Fouled off. So the count 2-2 to Camden Pasher, Pascher. Runner at first is Gregory, Bryan at second. 2-2 pitch. Missing outside, the count goes full, 3-2. So here's the full count pitch to Pasher. There's a shot to left center field. Tracking it out in center is Boer from Perry. He'll make the catch for the second out. No advancement on the base pass, so 2 outs and runners still remain at first and second.
2 outs, Braces back.
And back to the top of the order to Brayson Carter, who walked and scored to lead off the ball game. Brayson Carter. From Blanchard. How about Blanchard? 35-1 this last spring in baseball, and of course won the state championship, beating Tuttle 9-8 in Class 4A. And as we said, the first time he came to the plate, he played in the state championship game all 4 years of high school.
Call that a pretty good career, wouldn't you?
He won it his freshman year and his senior year, so bookended it. Lost to Marlowe his junior year, lost to Tuttle his sophomore year.
Decent area to say.
A pretty good baseball play down in that area. Count is 2-0 to Brayson Carter. Low and outside, and the count goes to 3-0. Load up the bases with a free pass right here, and Easton Green would be salivating. Drives it deep to right field and carrying off the wall. 1 run is in. They're going to send the runner around third. The throw home will not be in time. It's a triple and 2 runs driven in for Brayson Carter.
Great hustle on that play by both Carter and Gregory. So you saw Carter going full speed over to third, but Gregory did a good job of not giving up and not just taking it for granted he was going to score and get there and throw.
Well, 2 more runs in for the Middle West. They now lead 4-0, and that'll bring up Easton Green. Easton Green from Tuttle. He rips one right to the first baseman. Played by McGuire over there to end the inning. Put out 3 unassisted. But another good round for the West. They scored 2 runs, and they get it done on 2 hits and a walk. The big hit, the triple by Carter. No errors and 1 left on base. We played 2. The West leads the East 4-0. You're watching the OBCA All-State games on Scortle.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you 1 check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Well, 2 innings in the book here at Enid. The West leads the East in our middle-sized school all-star game, 4-0. We go to the top of the third. This game's scheduled to go 5 innings, shortened due to impending weather. And for the Middle East in the top of the third, it will be the bottom third of the order, basically, as Bronson Boer from Perry will bat, followed by J.D. Dugan, and then Landon Langley. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 11 or 10. There's 11 batters in the order for the Middle East. They want everybody to get a chance to play. Nothing wrong with that in an all-star game. So here's the pride of Perry. Bronson Boer, B-O-U-H-E-R. And Bronson He'll play at the next level at Murray State.
The third inning.
The Northwest Oklahoma Coaches Association voted him Player of the Year this last year. He's 5'11", 185 pounds. And he batted .472 this spring, a homer, and 38 driven in, also 9 doubles and 4 triples. And a year ago, in 24, he led Perry to the state championship game in Class 3A. They lost to Washington 4-0 in that game. And the count even at 1 apiece to it. The Perry Maroon standing in from the left side. The breaking pitch is driven to right field, but tracked down out there by Pasher for the first out of the inning.
One out.
That'll bring up J.D. Dugan.
Number 1, J.D. Dugan.
From Ada. He had the long drive up here. And he will go south to play his baseball across the Red River to Ranger College in Texas. Boy, a wicked slider right there. Stayed inside the count 1-0. 6'1", 180 pounds this spring as he drives one to center field for the base hit. He batted .402, 7 homers, and 33 driven in, and he had 18 stolen bases. Look for him to run now that he's on first base with a single.
Base hit brings up number 3, Landon Langley.
And here's Landon Langley from Silo. And I tell you what a program Silo has. Didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier when we had a Silo batter, but Silo has been in the state tournament 23 straight years. Is that crazy?
I'm not even sure crazy comes to describe that.
They won it. They won state championship in fall ball last year. In the fall of 24, they won the state championship. They lost to Washington in the semis this spring, but 23 straight trips to the spring state tournament.
You know you've got a program going whenever your measure of success is how many you win, not if you win.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch is fouled back. It will stay 0-2. Back to the top of the order. Mason Pickering waits in the on-deck circle. Langley's going to continue his career at East Central in Ada. 5'10", 150 pounds. Runner goes. Bouncer back to the pitcher. And they're not going to get anybody here. Oh, they get the runner. Nope, everybody's safe because they should have, he was off with the pitch. Dugan was going. And so now it's first and second. And I guess you would score that.
They had fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice, yeah.
Because if he'd gone to first, he would have had him.
He made the wrong choice, basically. So back to the top of the order, it's Mason Pickering who flied out to center to lead off the ball game. And the first pitch to Pickering is a strike 77 on the gun with nice movement. And the count 0-1. As we said, Mason Pickering, he'll play at the D1 level at Austin P in Kentucky. Wow, a lot of movement on that pitch. And it's ripped foul. The count is 0-2.
Just a little bit ahead of it. That one may have been more self-defense than anything. That one
was coming at him.
At his back leg.
West on top 4-0. The East trying to get some back right here. 1 out in the top of the third. Runners at first and second. And the pitch off the end of the bat foul, and we stay 0-2. Pitcher Charlie Tully, who is on his way to Seminole State. And his brother, Peyton Tully, was the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year and Big 12 Newcomer of the Year. And that pitch is hit to center field. Back on his horse is Carter. It's over his head. Runners had to hold up just a little bit. One runner will score, and it's a double and an RBI to make it 4-1. So runners at second and third now for Wyatt DeLong, the second baseman.
Brings up number 33, Wyatt DeLong.
So DeLong, Player of the Year in Class 4A District 5, stands in from the right side. He can get his team back into this one here. Takes a strike in the count 0-1. Wyatt DeLong, the Cushing Tiger, coached by Bryce Scalf there. 0-1. Breaking pitch, bouncer to the shortstop. They'll get the runner at third and tag him out. The runner will score. Force play was not on, but they tagged the runner at third for the second out of the inning. As Langley will come in to score to make it 4-2. Pickering is out over at third. And DeLong is on first for the fielder's choice, which will bring up Cole Leach. Cole Leach, his first time, walked. He's going to play for the Sooners in the SEC. Count is 0-1 to him. Sprayed that one foul. Watch out down there in the dugout, down the third base side. The count's 0-2. So a couple of runs here for the East in the top of the third to make this one a little more interesting. It's 4-2. Oh, 2 pitch from Tully. Strike 3, struck him out looking. But a couple of runs for the Middle East. 2 runs on a couple of hits. RBI double by Pickering. No errors and 1. Take it back, 2 left on base. We've played 2.5. It's now 4-2. The West leads the East. You're watching the OBCA All-Star Games on Scortle.
High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. 2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection, because nothing is better than Brahms.
Our brand, Octus Legacy.
We go to the bottom of the third inning, a new pitcher for the East squad, and it's Caleb Looper from North Rock Creek High School. This spring, he went 10-0 with an earned run average of 1.70, 53 strikeouts and 24 walks. Led his team to their first ever state tournament appearance. They lost to Blanchard in the first round. He threw 2 no-hitters this year, and he's on his way to play at Seminole. 6'2", 160.
The third inning.
And North Rock Creek, a relatively new program, and he definitely made a mark there. He was on the team that made the state tournament for the first time in school history. So bottom of the third inning, leading off is Jackson Shanwell. Pitcher in there missing ball 1, the count 1-0. Shanwell singled and scored back in the first inning. And the count evens at 1 apiece. So Caleb Looper, the right-hander from North Rock Creek, which is down in the Shawnee area. That pitch just misses outside, 2-1.
A couple breaking balls he's thrown so far that have been good pitches, but just missed.
Just off the edge, 2-1. Swing and a miss. The count evens at 2-2. Ryder Cameron in the on-deck circle. 2-2. Bounces in there. We go full. This is game 3 of 3. Our first game, the large schools. The West beat the East 5-2. Our second game, the small schools. The East beat the West 3-2. 3-2 pitch, bounce to the shortstop. Played by Richards to first in time for the first out, 6-3. If you're keeping a scorebook with us at home, which if you are keeping a scorebook with us at home, you need to find something else to do.
Might be a next level form of devotion next week.
I tell you what, next level. That'll bring up Ryder Cameron. Cameron singled and drove in a run back in the first inning. Right-handed hitter. And the first pitch to him is a strike. Ryder, R-Y-D-E-R. Ryder Cameron. .6'3", 205. For the height and weight particulars on him, count even at 1 apiece. Swing and a miss, 1-2. In the bottom of the third inning of a game scheduled to go 5:34 on a Sunday afternoon. All-Star weekend. We had the basketball All-Star games yesterday at UCO. Bouncer, third base side, played by Leach in time to end the inning. I'll take it down. There's 2 down. Excuse me. I was getting ahead of myself. So 2 outs, and here is Colin Church, third baseman.
Quite an impressive play at first base. McGuire had to stretch just to get the ball in time. It looked like he just kept his toe on the bag.
Here's Colin Church, 500 batting average this year, 3 homers and 33 driven in. As we said earlier, 3 state tournament appearances in his 4 years in high school. Pitch in there for a strike, and he's down in the count 0-2. Drives one to left field. That'll be down for a base hit. He's going to try to get the extra bag, and he will slide in safely with a double. So Colin Church with a 2-bagger. With 2 outs.
Good hustle there by Church. The left fielder was playing a little bit towards the line, so it took him a little while longer to get to the bag. And usually a ball in that location in the outfield, it's going to be pretty hard to stretch into a double. He did a good job of taking what the defense gave him there.
Here is Spencer Swant. Like we said before, he'll be playing his home games right here at NOC Enid at David Allen Ballpark. Beautiful ballpark here in Enid. And he drives one to left field, but playable out there for J.D. Dugan, who makes the catch, and that will take care of the West in the bottom of the third inning.
West leads.
So no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 3 complete, 4-2. West leads the East. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the OBCA All-State Games on Scortle.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
Stream like the pros with Scortle Live. Find out more at scortle.com/stream.
3 innings in the book, 4-2. The West leads the East as we go to the top of the 4th inning. And for the East, it will be the middle of the order: McGuire, Richards, and Heisler. And it will be Caleb Looper. I take it back. It's Charlie Tully beginning his 2nd inning of work.
Number 25, Logan McGuire.
So here's Logan McGuire from Sperry. His team went 14-17 this last year. Knocked off in the regional tournament by Cassia Hall. And McGuire hit into a double play to end the 1st inning. Pitch to him. He pops it up on the infield. Played by the shortstop, Brian, and makes the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Number 13, Micah Richards.
Brings up Micah Richards. Richards singled his first time up to lead off the 2nd inning. So Richards stands in from the right side. One 1-0 pitch misses. Now the count 2-0 to him. Wyatt Heisler in the on-deck circle. 2-0 pitch. Misses inside. The count goes to 3-0. So Charlie Tully in danger of walking. And there's ball 4.
Bit of polar opposite results there. First batter got him out on 1 pitch. Next one walked him on 4 straight.
So 1 out, runner on first.
Number 22, Wyatt Heisler.
Here's Wyatt Heisler, the DH. First time up, he struck out looking. Standing in from the right side against Charlie Tully. He'll take it a bit high, and the count is 1-0. Wyatt Heisler, 5'7", 180 pounds, the MVP of Class 4A District 5. 1-0 pitch. Stays high, 2-0. Got to tell a story about a player in this game. I don't see him in the lineup. I think they want to get him one at bat. I'm afraid if I don't tell the story, though, he doesn't get in because Trevor Hawes, local kid from Chisholm High School, playing for the Middle West. He was playing in a tournament in Florida this weekend. He tweaked his knee. Going to see the doctor tomorrow on it, but he wanted to come home. He flew home last night to play in this game, in this All-Star game, and they want to get him one at bat. We'll see if they get him in there. I hope they do. 3-0 pitch taken for a strike, now 3-1. Trevor Haas has played quite a few ball games in this ballpark as well. The Merrifield tournament is here every year, which is a good high school baseball tournament for the smaller schools. And there's a base hit for Heisler. So first and second, nobody out for Luke Beeler.
Base hit brings to the plate, number 29, Blake Beeler.
So here's Luke Beeler going to Wichita State, going to play for the Shockers. He played in a home run hitting contest at Globe Life Park where the Rangers play, and he hit one 463 feet. And he rips one to the shortstop. When they get the runner at second, they do. That's a nice play over there that was made by Brian. Leighton Bryan, a nice play at short going to his right to get the runner at second on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, like you said, that was a great play. Not just to knock the ball down, but also come up in one fluid motion and get the ball across. It was, if he bobbled it or double clutched it at all, that wasn't going to happen.
Here's Jarrett House. So 2 outs and runners at first and third. House flied out to center his first time. He takes a strike in the count, 0-1. Middle East on top, or down 4-2. The tying run is at first base, but 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Breaking pitch fouled back into the screen. It's 0-2. Big batter in this ball game right here, keeping in mind we're just going 5 innings, and we are in the top of the 4th. So the East running out of opportunities. They have a big one right here, but down in the count 0-2. Charlie Tully trying to get the out. Pitcher's pitch will be hit foul, right side out of play. Charlie Tully will, if you can get him out, probably the last batter he sees, and Blade Harris will wrap this one up for the West. Big old bender right there, stayed high, and the count goes to 1-2. Bronson Boer in the on-deck circle. Runner is at the corners, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch is sprayed foul down the right side and will stay 1-2. Jared House from Silo. We talked about earlier how just a great success the Silo program. 1-2 pitch. There is a liner to the third baseman and caught by Church, and that'll end the threat in the top of the 4th inning for the Middle East. So in the top of the 4th, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 4-2 West over the East. Back after this is the OBCA All-State Games on Squirtle.
At Whispering Creek, we believe home is more than just a place. It's a feeling of warmth, comfort, and belonging. Our 55-plus community is designed to foster a sense of camaraderie and well-being, ensuring you love where you live. Nestled in the heart of Oklahoma City, Whispering Creek offers a unique blend of convenience and serenity with beautifully designed homes, lush landscapes we offer, an array of amenities tailored to enhance your lifestyle. Whether you're enjoying a leisurely stroll along our walking trails, socializing with neighbors in our clubhouse, or taking a dip in the pool, or exploring the nearby city attractions, you'll find countless reasons to fall in love with Whispering Creek. Embrace a life where every day feels like a retreat and every moment is an opportunity to cherish the joy of living at Whispering Creek. Call us at 405-506-7416 to learn more.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Now the new pitcher for the Middle East in the bottom of the 4th inning is Deegan Pickup from Salina, 6'2", 185 pounds. He was his district pitcher of the year this year. Just took his final warm-up tosses. The right-hander will face bottom, a little less than half the order for the middle of the West.
Leighton Bryan.
Leighton Bryan, the shortstop, made a nice play in that last inning. He'll lead off here. Deegan Pickup from Salina. This had a good year this year. They went 28-14. Made it to the second round of the state tournament. Got beat by Marlowe in the state tournament, the semis. Bryan takes a strike. He's down in the count of 1-1. Bryan singled and scored back in the second inning. Leighton Bryan batting from the left side, the righty-lefty matchup. That one stays low, and the count evens at 1 apiece. Leighton Bryan, next baseball he'll play will be up in Ark City at Cowley College. I still don't call him Cowley County. I'm a Kansas kid, and I still call it Cowley County Community College, but it is Cowley College now. So I guess I better get with the times. The base hit to left. So Bryant is now 2 for 2 as we begin to think about MVP candidates in this game.
14,
Sam Gregory stands in. He walked and scored back in the second inning. He's been catching. I don't think he's catching anymore. They were going to share time with Campbell Gassford, so I'll have to make a note of that next time. See if he's still out there, but Gassford should be behind the plate. First pitch of the ball, counts 1-0. Sam Gregory, swing and miss, 82 on the gun, and the count evens at 1 apiece. Sam Gregory going to Oklahoma Christian in Edmond. OC, the 1-1. Stays high, and the count goes 2-1. Middle West has 4 runs on 6 hits. The Middle East has 2 runs on 5 hits. Count now 3-1. Middle West on top 4-2 and trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 pitch. There's ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out. For Campbell Gassford from Alva, who struck out looking back in the second inning. And who will stay at home and play for the Rangers. Ride, Rangers, ride. Pitch to him.
Now that's number 4, Trevor Haas.
Oh, here's Trevor Haas. Here we go. Trevor Haas from Chisholm. This is the young man who he's going to go to UCO. He'll play in Edmond for UCO. 6'1", 197, was playing in Florida last night, tweaked his knee, braced it up, flew home on a 9 o'clock flight last night from Florida to play in this game, and here he is. Count is 1-1 to him. Love seeing him, love seeing the local kid from Enid get a chance to play in the All-Star game on his hometown field. This is not the home field for Chisholm. Chisholm has their own field on their campus, but they play quite a few games here every year. And Gassford will bat next. Count now 3-1. Chisholm had a good year, 24-13 their record. Knocked off in regionals. We said Trevor's going to go to UCO. We were at UCO yesterday at Hamilton Fieldhouse for the basketball All-Star Games. At least one of us in this room very, very familiar with UCO. Just got his degree from there about a year ago. Guy pushing the buttons and making sure this thing is on the air. 3-2. Joshua Nelson, our producer engineer today. Count is full with 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tom Nelson, Zach Friesen, glad to be with you. Game number 3 of 3 on All-Star Sunday, and Trevor Haas strikes out looking a big breaking pitch. But you know what? He took the time and the effort to fly home from Florida on a bad knee to get his at bat, and now he'll go to the doctor tomorrow, and we just pray that it's nothing serious. And here is Campbell Gassford from Alva, who struck out looking back in the second inning. Like I said, it is an all-star game. We're out of order a little bit, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Counts 0-2. Just like I'll say, even if the East does not score runs to tie this one up at the top of the fifth, we're going to play the bottom of the fifth because there are players that want to play and bat and pitch in an all-star game, which is just okay. Gassford skies it to right field. Caught in the corner out there by Langley. Runner will move from second to third, so runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Now, let's see here. This will be Camden Pasher. He flied out to center back in the second inning.
Number 9, Camden Pasher.
Deegan pick up the right-hander on the mound. The pitch. 85 on the gun, stays outside. The count is 1-0. Now in the on-deck circle is Brayson Carter, who has walked and tripled and driven in a couple of runs. I guess he would get a chance to bat most likely in the bottom of the fifth. As I said, we'll probably play that bottom of the fifth. I'll anticipate that we will. Two-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Took something off of that one. 73 on the gun, on the speed gun. Count now 2-1. Pitch bounces in there. The count goes to 3-1 now. Our umpires are all state umpires. Home plate, J.J. Williams. At third base is Kyle Johnston. Second baseman is Josh Foos. Or second base is Josh Foos. And over at first base is Larry Milligan. Umpires doing a great job here this weekend. Popped up, foul territory. Could be a play over there. Nope, it's going to hit into the dugout. Leach over there at third base gave it a token look. So the count is full. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Deegan pickup. The pitch. A little nubber played by the shortstop Richards, and he fumbles it. The run will score. They got him out at second, but the run will score as Brian will score from third.
After 4
innings, let's see, that would be a single. It'd be a single, and then the out.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll give him a single on that. So a run scores in the bottom of the fourth inning for the West. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 4 complete, 5-2. The West leads the East. Back after this, it is the OBCA All-State Games on Squirtle.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
We go to the top of the fifth inning. The East trailing the West 5-2 in our middle-sized school all-star game here, the third game of 3 today. And it will be the bottom part of the order coming up for the East. As it will be Bronson Boer, J.D. Dugan, and Landon Langley. And they will face Blade Harris on the mound. He's 6 foot tall, 170 pounds. And he is going to play football at Emporia State University in Kansas, the MIAA, next year. Blade Harris from Marlow, coached by John Morgan. Take some warm-up pitches. We will see Bronson Boer from Perry, who flied out to right. Back in the third inning, he's 0 for 1.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for East, number 3, Bronson Boer.
So Boer will step in. East down by 3. It's Boer, Dugan, and Langley. Then back at the top of the order. Pickering, if they can keep the inning going. And Boer fouls the pitch back and out of play. Yeah, congratulations are in order for Blanchard and Washington. Blanchard, the Class 4A state champions. Washington, the Class 3A state champions. They've won it 4 years in a row in Class 3A. Beat Marlow this year 10-5. Beat Perry last year 4-0. Boer's up there from Perry. He pops it up. Shortstop on the grass, Bryan makes the play. And there is 1 out.
1 out brings to the plate, number 1,
J.D. Dugan, left fielder. On his way to play at Ranger College in Texas. Harris's pitch is hit high to right field and out of play, foul territory. 6 o'clock, straight up on your Sunday afternoon. No better place to be than at the ballpark on a nice Sunday. We're going to get out of this with no rain. Had a lightning delay in our second game. I think we're going to get this one in. It was scheduled to go 7. They moved it to 5 innings. The second game was a 5-inning affair as well because of the weather. I think we're going to get lucky. John is 0-2 to Dugan. Not only are we going to get lucky, but we're going to get home in time and plenty. I should not say this. Fouled back. But we are going to get home in plenty of time to watch the Thunder in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I should not say that. Storm. Lightning delay.
As you were saying that, I happened to glance at my radar. Those of us that have to drive back to Oklahoma City might be waiting that one out a little bit.
Count is 1-2. Something off of that one and just misses the count. Evens at 2 apiece. What a great day for these players, though. A chance to play baseball one more time at the high school level. 2-2. Off the glove with the third baseman, Church, down there. And what do you say? Is that an E5 or a double?
I'd give that a double.
Let's give him a double off the glove. Yeah, that
That's
wasn't
a
easy.
tough
play.
sliding play.
That's exactly right, and it's an all-star game. Also, Dugan is now singled and doubled, and that'll bring up Landon Langley, the right fielder.
Double for Dugan brings up number 3, Landon Langley.
Langley going to East Central in Ada, play at the next level. It's the Great American Conference. And back to the top of the order after this. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Takes for a strike and the count's 0-1. With the home team up, the game should be over after this half an inning, but this being an all-star game and giving players chances to play, we will play the bottom of the 5th. Not to mention the fact we shortened it from 7 to 5 innings anyway. Bouncer out in front of the plate goes foul.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, OBCA All-State shirts now going for $10 a piece flash sale, $10 a
We
piece.
did have one
T-shirts.
player not in this game, but I'm trying to think who it was from yesterday who played in the All-Star basketball game yesterday and played here today. And my mind has gone blank. 0-2 pitch. Stays outside 1 and 2. Trying to remember who it is. Trying to jog my memory. Well, Cason Stovall, actually, he did not. That's another player. He was on the Small East squad in baseball. He did not play yesterday. He was on the roster and didn't play. Strikeout. Gets him looking. And now back to the top of the order to Mason Pickering, who doubled and drove in a run his last time up.
2 outs, Texas to the top of the order. Number
Was
1,
the
Mason
kid from
Pickering.
Calumet. Kyler
Thiessen.
Thiessen. Kyler Thiessen. That's who it was. He played yesterday. And did he play today?
Yes, he did.
Okay. He had his coach on yesterday.
His fun fact: his coach actually, when he was in high school, he played for my dad.
There you go. Pickering down in the count 0-1. So it's kind of cool when you can do that to the liner. Nice play by the second baseman. And that is Schwant over there making that play. He left his feet to end the inning. So a line out, ends the inning. And in the top of the 5th, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The West has won this game 5-2. We'll see what they can do in the bottom of the 5th. Take a break and be right back. You're watching the OBCA All-State Games on Squirtle.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Tom Nelson, Zach Friesen back with you at David Allen Ballpark in Enid. Bottom of the 5th inning. The West has won this game they won this game. The score is 5-2, but they're going to have a chance here in the bottom of the 5th to give their players some at-bats and give the East squad a chance to play another half inning in the field. And of course, the pitcher is digging pickup, beginning his second inning of work. And Jackson Hurd's going to bat. And this usually happens in an all-star game as well. Jackson Hurd, who started the game on the mound, will get a chance to bat here for the West. And Jackson Hurd batted .453, 13 homers and 66 driven in. He went 4 for 4 in the state championship game. So he'll get a chance to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Multi-talented player.
That is number 17.
He's on his way to Rose State. Blanchard 4A state champion. That pitch misses low and away. And the count goes to 2-0. There's a bouncer. That'll be an infield hit off the glove of the shortstop, Richards. And let's see. Back to the top of the order. Here's Brayson Carter.
Brayson Carter.
Carter walked and scored in the first. He tripled and drove in 2 runs in the second. He is definitely a candidate for MVP in this game, but nothing has been decided yet. No pressure, Brayson Carter.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. Pitch to him. He sprays it foul down the right side out of play, and the count's 0-1. Brayson Carter going to Emporia State to play football. This will probably be the last time he ever plays baseball right here. 0-1 pitch bounces in there. The runner will move to second. Don't know if he's playing baseball this summer, but you got to figure if he's playing football for Emporia State this fall, he might not be.
Probably not. It's probably going to be the last round.
That's right. Oh, the free All-State T-shirts are coming out for the Scortle crew. I need the big I tell you, XL now. I've lost weight. 1-1.
Give yourself some
Bounce
credit
to the
there.
third baseman. Yeah, throws to first in time, and the runner will move over to third. So Carter bounces out 5-3.
I got 2X. One out brings up number 3, Easton Green.
That'll bring up Easton Green. So Easton Green today is 0 for 2. I'm going to put him on.
Didn't look like he was any too thrilled about it. He wanted one last crack at that right field porch.
Exactly right. Here's Jackson Chaniel. There is one out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The West will win this game. It's just to determine what the final score is now. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Chaniel's 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the 1st inning. Bounced out to short in the 3rd. Blowing away to the screen. Here comes a run. Sliding in safely is Jackson Hurd.
At the plate for West, number 5, Jackson Shandua.
So that'll make it 6-2. Runner at first, move to second. There's a drive to center field. Hit pretty well, but playable out there for Boer. He'll make the catch. The runner will tag from second and go to third. And there'll be 2 outs in the inning. And Ryder Cameron might be the final batter of this ball game.
2 outs brings to the plate, number 2, Ryder Cameron.
Ryder Cameron is 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run back in the 1st. He grounded out to third in the 3rd inning. So the West will win 2 of the 3 games here today. Fouled back and out of play. Small school winner was the East 3-2. The large school winner was the West 5-2 in our first game of the day. I think what you'll say about it is a good time was had by all here this afternoon here in Enid.
I completely agree.
The weather will have held off just long enough to get this in. Here is the 1-1. Popped up. Second baseman DeLong back on the grass to make the play.
After 5 innings, score.
And that should do it.
6, East 2.
That'll do it. In the bottom of the 5th inning for the West, they do pick up a run on a hit. There's also a walk, no errors, and 1 left on base. 6-2, your final score. The teams will line up and shake hands. We'll take a quick break and come back and put the wraps on this one. You're watching the OBCA All-State Games on Sport.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA.
Well, there you see our MVP of the middle school's game, the All-Star game. It is Leighton Bryant from Chickasha. 2 for 2 today, a couple of singles, a couple of runs scored, but I think what put him over the top, Zach Friesen, was that defensive play. He made it shortstop and got that lead, that runner over at third.
Absolutely. The East squad was threatening there in that inning. If he hadn't come up quickly and gotten it to second base, it would have been bases loaded and a prime chance to tie the game. And if he had missed it altogether, a run would have scored, and the tying run would have been in scoring position. So definitely made a difference in today's game.
So he got it done offensively and defensively, and is the MVP for the Middle West as they win this ball game by a final score of 6-2. Your final take on this one, and your final take on the day as a whole.
It's been a good one. We had a few hiccups in the middle game that were out of our control, unfortunately, but everything considered, it was run very well. We dealt with everything as it came up, and it all went well.
First game of the day, the large schools, the West 5, the East 2. Second game of the day, the small schools, the East 3, the West 2. And game number 3 today, the medium-sized schools, Class 3A and 4A schools across the great state of Oklahoma. And the West wins by a final score of 6-2. Great afternoon of baseball here at David Allen Ballpark. We appreciate you for watching, and if you get a chance to watch this on the replay and you were here this afternoon, we appreciate you for showing up and supporting this tremendous event. For Zach Friesen, I'm Tom Nelson and the entire Scordo crew. One more time, your final score for the final time on game number 3 today. The middle-sized West schools beats the middle-sized East schools by a final score of 6-2. Good afternoon, good evening from Enid, and go Thunder.